that Mac one team video here. Hi guys, Kasey Mob, the style right here, back with a 1-year boobiversary breast augmentation update. I wore a top similar to this in my other educational breast augmentation videos. If you haven't checked them out yet, definitely do that before you watch this. It might be better for you. I think I have chapters 1 through 5, and I talk all about the reasons why I got breast augmentation, the pre-op prep, the day of the surgery, post-op recovery, and how I felt about my breast augmentation journey overall at the end. So this is a video dedicated to how I'm feeling for the 1-year anniversary of my surgery. Around this time last year is when I decided to fly out to LA to see Dr. Eugene Kim and get my breast augmentation. I wanted something very, very natural, but something that would make my breast size a little bit more full, and he did exactly that. I'm very, very happy with the results. So without further ado, here I am with my update. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this video for a very long time. I went to ask you guys what questions you had for this exact video right here. So let's dive into it. Number 1, what is your height, weight, and bra size pre-op and post-op? My height is 5'2" 3/4. My weight was about the same. It was like 121, 122. My bra size pre-op was 34B, and it had a gap in the cup, so it was not a full 34B. I guess you could call it like a half a B. It wasn't really well fitted into a B cup. My current bra size is 34C. It's a 34 full C this time, so it's almost like I went up a size and a half. And my breasts were a teardrop shape beforehand, and as you can see now, the top is a little bit more full, but it still has that like natural teardrop shape, which I'm very, very happy about. They look amazing in my opinion. Let me show you some pictures before, and then let me show you some pictures after. So as you can see, it's not a huge dramatic difference, but when I am in clothing that's more revealing, that's when you can actually really tell that I have breasts there. The visual aspect of breasts after my surgery were definitely more apparent than before. Before, I had to wear a lot of push-up bras in order to even achieve some sort of round look, and now I don't have to wear a bra or a push-up bra to achieve that look. What was the amount of cc's you got, and were they round or teardrop? So after my consultation, let me just say what I got in total. I got a regular silicone, I got an areolar incision, and I got behind the muscle, which looks more natural, and I got high profile 300 cc's, went with 265 on my right, excuse me, that's my right side, hello, and 295 cc's on the left. So the number of cc's is never going to be equal on your left and right side, because naturally your left and right breast size is asymmetrical. So if you have a really good doctor, the number of cc's will depend on the size of your natural breast tissue. Next. So as I just said before, they are rounder, but they're still teardroppy. In my other videos, you can see that right after, my breasts are a little bit rounder and they look a little bit less natural. Now it looks very, very, very natural. I'm not wearing any makeup, bronzer, highlighter, or anything on my chest right now, so this is exactly what they look like naturally. Over time, they do drop, and instead of like having circles like that, it really curves out at the end and looks much more natural as time goes by and you heal. What is the drop and fluff, and did it actually happen? So yes, the drop and fluff did really happen, and I diligently massaged my breast, which you have to do post-op. I actually have a video on how to massage, so you can definitely check that out on your own time. Basically, as you massage, the breasts start to form a more natural teardrop shape. So they literally, instead of sitting up high and swollen right after surgery, they eventually drop, and then they fluff out on the bottom, giving it a much more natural shape. Just a forewarning, right after the surgery, your boobs will look like dinosaur eggs. I said this in another video as well, but they literally look like dinosaur eggs and they freaked me out. But do not be worried about that. That is just post-op swelling. And of course, you had surgery, so your body is going to react. It's going to swell. So that's very, very normal. So first they look like dinosaur eggs, then they look like balls, and now they look like teardrops. So very, very happy. Whew, thank God that they look like teardrops, and that is the shape of a natural boob, and I am happy about that. Thank you. Okay, 4. Do you lose sensation? This is a big question. So after surgery, I lost almost all sensation, ranging from the bottom of my breast to top here. So like when I felt my boobies all around here, it was like numb, kind of like how when you get frostbite, it kind of feels like that. Like, you know, something's touching you, but there's definitely like a loss of sensation and sensitivity. So as the months go by, you will start to regain sensation closer to the areolar area. For me, I am still experiencing a small loss of sensation around the areola. That could be due to my lack of recent massaging, but everyone heals different. I talked to my doctor and he actually said that most people don't lose sensation, and I think I'm the small percentage who just didn't gain back 100% of sensation. And like TMI, but it's okay because I can still get aroused and the areola can still be like, they can still change shape. You know what I mean? Like when they get erect. Can I say that? Yeah, so that's that. Next question. Can you resume activities and are you back to normal? Yes, I can work out. I still have the ability to pick things up, except for the fact that I have really long nails and that just inhibited me in my life forever. So that's different. I remember picking up things was such a strange and weird activity at first because it felt like my silicone boob was gonna like pop out of the scar tissue that was trying to hold it. But thank God, I guess I could feel that, so I could limit my activity and eliminate the possibility of a fake boob falling out, you know? I guess that's kind of good because then it kind of lets you know that you should stop what you're doing and just not do that, you know? But that's just normal. That's why they don't recommend you picking up things. I think it was like over 3 to 5 pounds within the first like few weeks of you healing. I took it to the extreme and I didn't pick up things for 3 months. I didn't even walk the dogs because the dogs could pull on the leash and make it very, very uncomfortable for me to walk them. So all in all, now I can work out, I can pick up anything, I can walk my dogs normally, do cartwheels, JK, I can't do that, and all that stuff. Number 6, how are the scars? Well, because I got an areolar incision, why am I so weird? Because I got an areolar incision, my scar looks a lot less apparent than someone who decided to get surgery under the boobie, whereas like you can somehow still see a line. And apparently when talking to Dr. Kim, he said that Asians tend to scar dark. So I didn't want a brown line underneath my breast tissue. So I decided to opt for the areolar incision, which is right underneath your areola, okay. Areola, so when it would scar brown, it would just look like it's part of my areola. You know what I'm saying? Areola. So to help with the healing and appearance of the scar, I've been using the scar medicine nearly almost every day. It's really great. He also sells it in his office and it's available on Amazon. It is on the pricey side, but I highly recommend it because if you just spent thousands of dollars, okay, on your body, your care for it should not be cheap. I'm telling you, you want to invest in the best possible care so you can heal the best for yourself and your own body. I do not recommend skimping out on skincare products, especially post-op, because it's very serious that you take the best care of yourself. That's all I have to say. I do have to honestly say though, on my left areola, the scar healed not as well as the right side because there was a small little like millimeter millimeter, like centimeter maybe, half between a millimeter and a centimeter of a hole that didn't heal as quickly as the rest of the incision. It just took a little bit longer to heal. So because of that, there's a little slight indentation of like a little crater, but it's so small that like you can't even really tell. But I'm here to give you my honest feedback. So that's kind of what can happen, but everyone's body is different. I have very sensitive skin, so that could have been why that happened, but overall you can't really tell. So that's good, right? Yeah. Okay, number 7, how is sex? Oh my god, my parents are probably gonna watch this video, so this is gonna be really awkward. Parents, if you're listening to this video, can you just like skip ahead for the next 3 minutes? Thanks. So here's the answer. It is so much better. You just feel so much more confident when you are naked, seriously. Because I remember when I would lay down and like my arms would be up and my chest would be absolutely flat. Like I did not feel sexy at all. And like my boobs would literally disappear. And I was like, ugh. But now when I lean back, I feel very, very confident and I feel like the woman that I imagine that I've always wanted to be. I actually see myself the way I think about myself. It really brings up my confidence to really have a good time. Please note, my boyfriend always had expressed that he loved me no matter what. Whatever makes me happy makes me happy. It was my choice 100% to go through with this breast augmentation surgery, and now I just feel a lot more confident in life. So, ha! Number 8. Are there any restrictions? There are none that I can think of, except for the fact that you cannot fit in your size small crop tops anymore, or any tops that were super fitting for a small chested girl. So yeah, I would say that's the biggest limitation. I definitely cannot wear my small size crop tops because they would like come down to here before, and now they would be like up to here and you would just see bottom boob. But like no one's judging. Like I guess if you want to wear it like that, wear it like that, you know, but that's just not my cup of tea. Same thing with bathing suits. My bathing suit tops now have to be medium, even though my bottom's still small. Another thing is if I wear very tight shirts, is that I can sometimes look very, very top heavy, especially with clothes that like cover my neck. Because my bottom waist is still like quite small, I can't do the same poses as an influencer in photos, because in some pictures my boobs will look like they're size D's. So I do have to change the way I pose to make my body a little bit more elegant and my top not as top heavy. Still like trying to figure out how to make my body look more slender in photos now with these big jugs. But yeah, that's all I can think of. Number 9, how long did the pain last? I have to go back to my other videos to refer. They're up in one of these corners. Probably gonna be in post-op recovery, or the last one, chapter 5 or 6, that talks about my thoughts. And I definitely go into more in depth. I definitely go more in depth about exactly how long I was in pain for, but from what I remember, it feels like it's been so long ago. I feel like it was like 3 weeks of pain. I would say only like the first week was a lot of pain. 2 weeks of pain only if I did things I wasn't supposed to, like open the car door, pick up groceries, walk my dog, like things like that really hurt. So you always have to have a partner or someone to really take care of you and pick up things that you need to do, go out and do your errands, etc. And I would say I remember I had like 2 months of discomfort. In about a month or 2, I was able to commute to New York City. I'm in New Jersey, and still be able to do my daily things. Why is the sun in my face? Oh, the sun's setting, that's why, okay. I would still be able to do my daily things and my errands with little to no trouble. Sometimes I would have to ask strangers to open like really big glass doors for me, like of office buildings and steel doors and stuff like that. And I would just have to explain to them I just had surgery, so if they wouldn't mind opening the door. But everything else, like carrying my bag, backpacks, picking up things, was pretty easy by month 2. 10, what do your new boobs look like in different clothing? Well, why do you think I wore a revealing crop top today? So I could show you. But this is what they look like. Yeah, Love them. Number 11, what are some pre-op and post-op tips that you can give? Pre-op tips, I said a lot of them in my old videos. There's actually a pre-op video in there, and same thing with post-op tips. Things I can remember off the top of my head was the types of food. I remember for the first week or two I ate like broths. It was hard to hold the spoon up, so I remember like Jay having to spoon feed me sometimes. But generally the food is not very limited as long as you can physically hold the utensil and put it in your mouth. It's not really that difficult. I remember in terms of supplements, what really helps in my healing and the pain was arnica. I got it from Whole Foods, and I'll put the link right below so you guys can get it too. And this was safe and okay to take. I actually asked Dr. Kim if this was okay, and he recommended it. I do remember Dr. Kim discouraging taking vitamins no matter how healthy you want to be. These can interfere with the medicine you're taking, how your body is healing. So it's best to just stay off vitamins and supplements and just take the arnica that dissolves right under your tongue, and that should be it. Oh, and then obviously the pain medicine that your doctor gives you, you take as recommended, and then eventually becomes as needed, so you don't have to take it all the time. Yeah, and then you feel like Superwoman. The 12th question, and probably a question that a lot of y'all are wondering, is do you need to wear bras? So I thought that like after surgery I would never have to wear a bra again, but wrong, because as you get older, I am almost 30, so my skin will still sag just like any other person who is going to grow up and live on this planet, okay? So you still want to wear bras when you go out to maintain the perkiness of it. If you go too long without wearing a bra, your boobs will sag. So if you want to prevent that from happening, I still highly recommend wearing a bra. You definitely don't need to wear push-up bras anymore, for sure. That's definitely one of the huge benefits. Obviously, when you wear like a low-cut dress or a low back dress where you can see all your back, or a spaghetti top, you can definitely not wear a bra and you would totally be okay, and you would look great because you had no bra straps. So when you go out or when you wear all those fancy like skin showing tops, then don't wear the bras, because after all, that's what you paid for, right? Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? And lastly, what did I think about the overall experience and what are my thoughts? I would have to say that this was the best decision that I have ever made for myself, minus getting my dogs, dating Jay, being a full-time influencer. I'm pretty sure I've wanted breast augmentation since I literally became conscious in this world and knew that my breast size would not increase anymore after puberty. I always saw breasts as a sign of beauty, femininity, and sex appeal. I've always worked on my inner confidence throughout my life to work on those three aspects and become all of those three aspects even before I had this boob job. So getting the breast augmentation just really helped me identify physically with how I really felt inside. I'm going to make another question for you guys because I think it's really important. Number 14, when did you decide was the right time to get surgery? Financially, you want to make sure not only if you have enough money for the surgery itself, but also enough cushion for 3 to 6 months after. You want to make sure that if any complications happen, you can pay for them, not only for your surgery, but let's say if you have any pets or kids or family emergencies, heaven forbid, like that never happens, but you just never know. Even in this time, like the coronavirus is happening, like you want to make sure you had that 6 months buffer in case you become unemployed, like you just don't know. So, you know, to be really financially stable is an important thing. You know, if this is a very big expense, you don't want to add any more stress onto your well-being. So that's my tip. In terms of making the decision and being emotionally and mentally ready, all those three aspects that I thought breast recommended, you know, signs of femininity, beauty, and sex appeal, I wanted to make sure that I felt those things internally before I even got the surgery. So it's working on becoming the most confident version of yourself first before making a decision like this. You never want it to be rash. You want to be ready and confident. Like, for example, I wanted to make sure that if I flew all the way out to LA to Dr. Kim and he for some reason decided that I was not a good candidate for breast augmentation, that if he said no, you can't have the surgery, Kasey, that I would be 100% okay, not have an ounce of disappointment, because this surgery and the size of my breasts does not define who I am. Okay, that's really, really important. I wanted this message to be spread very loud and very clearly, that please be confident in yourself 100% before you get the surgery. This surgery should just be an icing on top of the cake that you already have. You know what I'm saying? It's just those little sprinkles at the top, a little extra sugar in your coffee, you know, just a little bit extra to make yourself feel like you already are beautiful. But now your mind and your confidence of being that beautiful, sexy, feminine woman is totally aligning with how you look. And to me, that's all what it was. If you don't work on your confidence beforehand, the surgery is not going to be enough to fill that empty void of confidence that you are lacking in your own self. So making sure that you are whole in mind, body, and spirit before you get the surgery is super, super important. You don't want to go into that surgery and because you're still not confident in yourself, you're just going to want to go back and want more and more and more. I want a nose job. I want a facelift. I want a thread lift. I want an eyebrow, whatever. I want a jaw removal. Like all of these things, like it's never going to end. And instead of working on externally what you look like, you have to really work on the inside of who you are and that confidence and that spirit and that badass you are, you know? So that's all I have to say. Make sure you're a badass before you get the boob job. Make sure you know that you are one. If you decide to get it, best of luck. I hope this video really helps you in deciding if you are ready and what to expect after a year of breast augmentation. So thank you for joining me in my journey, in my series. Make sure to check out all the other videos if you haven't already to further educate yourself on the surgery, and that's it. So make sure to follow me on all my social media channels. My Instagram is The Style Right. My YouTube channel is Kasey Ma. TikTok, Kasey Ma. My website, thestyleright.com. I have some breast augmentation blog posts there. You can always refer back to them for where I get my stuff for pre-op and post-op. If you like this video, and I hope you did, and I hope you found it just as educational, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so you get notified of my next video. And with that said, hello, Kasey Ma and Einstein. He's so cute. Of The Style Right. Oh! Can you see both my face and my tatas? Testing the boom mic from here. Ooh. From here. Okay, I think I got it. All right. Hey, so you back. I'm a savage. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Sassy, moody, nasty. Acting stupid. What's happening? What's happening? I'm savage. I'm savage. I'm a savage. Look at me if you wanted to see these. There they are in action from the side and the front and the right side.